Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I am the Queen of the Throne, Divine Astrology, and I'm here to bring to you your monthly guidance for November 2025. These are going to be messages for all 12 zodiac signs. So if you are new, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I'm really consistent with monthly messages. You'll get a whole lot of insights from the divine on this channel. Make sure you hit subscribe and don't forget to like the video. Thank you so much. Let's get started. Okay, messages for Leo for the month of November. So this is going to be for November 2025 for Leos out there. Hello Leo. Your main theme for the month of November is going to be about your stability, okay? Your stability, that's the major or main theme for you. And it also talks about something that wants to stabilize in your life now, okay? So this could indicate a period of prosperity and abundance for you, all right? Something wants to make your life more stable. Something wants to come into your life. It seems to be kind of materialistic, whatever this is. So it could be anything that's tangible. It could be money. It could be, like some type of tangible career, but something new wants to come into your life at this time, or maybe some type of upgrade here when it comes to the prosperity and abundance you are trying to achieve, okay? So you have some type of support, and that's something that I don't know if you knew it or not, but you have support, whether it's the people around you. It could be your colleagues, your coworkers. It can be some people around you in a different type of way, whether it's like in business. You may have your own business. You could be a Leo entrepreneur. But people support you, and they're going to be supporting you, especially this month. So it's going to be important for you to remove any toxic debris or traumatic memories from your past. You may be holding on to some toxicity. It's time to let it go. But that's only when it comes to the way you think. The way you think. Because sometimes toxicity around you can also be held within the body. And I know that a lot of people may not know that, but this is true. Toxicity can affect you body-wise as well. So let's say, for instance, you've been having a lot of toxic people and therefore having toxic or negative thoughts around your workplace, then you may experience lower stomach pain, growing area pain, stomach aches and things like that. That's because that's like your body letting you know that right around the root chakra, you may be having some issues there because of some toxic thoughts or toxic people around you. You could be experiencing a little bit of healing though in the month of November, especially if you were recently around some really toxic people in the work environment or in the business environment. You may have had some people that were very toxic. So if you had any like body pain in that area in some kind of way, even your lower back, if you have any pain like that, that's an indication of your healing, that the healing has began and you've started to activate the healing. And especially if you've walked away from a job, you've quit a job, or you've let go of a business partner, or you have cleared some people out of your way. That's all signs to let you know that it's your healing, because someone triggered something. Okay, that's what I'm picking up right now. Someone recently triggered something, Leo, and this person makes you feel like you no longer want to be around people like that anymore. It's something that someone around you taught you about toxic people. They taught you something about evil people. This person had ways that you didn't agree with. This is a very, very toxic individual. and they showed you how ugly a person really can be, how petty a person really can be. This could have been a boss. This is what I'm getting as well. This could have been someone who you worked under. This could be like a director of a program or something like that. But this person showed you how disgusting human beings can be when they are very vengeful and pretty satirical as well. This is someone who tried to handle situations with dark humor and satire, and they were like trying to snake you the whole time, and they were being very disobedient to God as well. This is someone who would bend over backwards for the devil, would twerk for the devil. This is someone who's very, very devilish. And it doesn't matter who they are. They don't have to be, they could be any color from any background. This is definitely someone who walks with Satan. And they were very adamant about convincing you that they weren't that type of person, but they were. Okay, so you were with someone who was very, very evil, who put things like money and social status before you, or who thought that because they were in a certain position or role that they can treat you a certain way or talk to you a certain way, and that wasn't okay for you. So there's a trigger point here, and this person really struck a nerve for you, or they could be, this could have happened in the beginning of November, like the first few days. This person could have done something that really struck a nerve. But whoever this boss is, this director, this business owner is, or this coworker is, you've cleared this person out of your life. Okay, so now it's time for you to heal. Now it's time for your stability. Now you're going to be prosperous. Now you can prosper. Now you can be more abundant. Okay, is what I'm getting here. But people gotta go, is what I'm getting here. Or this person, I feel like it's one specific person. This person could be born in the fall. They don't have to be, but they could be. They could even be another Leo. It's either a Leo or they could be born in the fall. So that's like Virgo, Libras, and Scorpios, and sometimes Sagittarius. So it could be any one of these people. For some of you, it doesn't have to be this person, but I'm just saying that's the most prominent energy here. But yeah, something in November is going to keep you grounded and balanced in the physical as you are allowed to explore other dimensions. And I feel like in this situation, you're going to be allowed to explore other people, like the way other people think, because the mind is a dimension. Okay, the mind is a dimension. Human beings do mimic the universe. Okay, the mind is a dimension. The body is its own dimension. Okay, we have a celestial body in the stars. We have bodies of water on earth, and we also have bodies of actual people. So there's different bodies in the universe and in living things as well, but we do the human body, since it mimics these different, we have other dimensions as well. We have the 3D, the 4D, the 5D, and we go on and on. We have other dimensions as well. So your mind is a dimension, and so when you come into contact with certain people, you're going to realize when you speak with people who's on the 3rd dimension, who's on a 4th dimension, who's on the 5th dimension, who may be on the 6th dimension. So and what this all means is that it depends on people's levels of spirituality, basically. So now you're coming into contact with people who are more spiritual thinkers, people who are more clear-headed, people who are not toxic, people who are actually, graced by having a higher intellectual level than other people, and sometimes a higher IQ as well. So you're coming into a different type of thing with way more unique people, is what I'm getting here. Especially if you, like I said, especially if you're an entrepreneur. All right, you're coming into contact with people who are more well suited to understand your teachings or to understand your words, your communication, people who can understand spiritual concepts better, or maybe people just understand the golden rule. Treat others how you expect to be treated. You're around people who treat you just the way you expect to be treated by people. Okay, so something is very, very positive when it comes to what's going on here. But in the past, you may have had a lack of trust in yourself, or maybe these people created some type of psychological barrier that just kind of was at the core of the reason for your dis-ease, or the reason for your negative feeling when you're around work or when you're around a certain group of people. Maybe you didn't trust in yourself enough that you can remove someone, or that you can walk away from a job, or walk away from this really horrible boss. But your self-esteem may have gotten low, and I can't even lie to you about that. Sometimes when you have a lot of people coming against you for no reason, and they're trying to tear down your image or who you are, or they're trying to do things to you, hoping, because I feel like every day this is someone or some people who are hoping to ruin your day every day. Like, this is a particular person who has done something to you that they know would affect you. They know it doesn't look good. They know it does. They know that it's not the right thing to do. They know that it's evil. This person they were consciously aware of this. So I feel like they did this to you, and it did affect you because you went without certain nutrients even. I kind of feel like this is someone who had you in a situation where you couldn't really your energy was depleting. Okay, your energy could have been depleting. You could have had your health could have been up in the air. You could have had a hard time doing something, but this person didn't care. They seem to be someone who put themselves first. They seem to be someone who hurt you on purpose. They knew how it would make you feel, so they did it to you on purpose. But the crazy thing is, though, if they had to keep doing it every day, it means that their plans never worked. Their plans always failed if they had to do this every day. But then eventually, if we're being honest, even though they didn't affect you that much, but if we're being really honest, eventually all of that stuff just piled up. It just piled up, and it's just like, no, I can't let this person do this. So you told yourself that yes, you can walk away, or maybe they can walk away, like it can be over with. You don't have to do this. So now it's a time of you allowing yourself to expand again. Okay? Tread where others fear to tread. You're being called to go deep and explore. Go deep and explore. Explore how other people are. Explore, connect with different people is what I'm getting here. So you could have been on a long journey, physically or mentally, but this all left you wiser in the end. It all left you wiser in the end, okay? Because now that you have a better judgment, it's like now that you're aligning with more spiritual people who actually understand you better, you can dig your way out of a prison of worry, indecision, and desire that people have made you construct around yourself, basically. So you could have been always like worried about the next day because someone was being so negative towards you. It was always something negative every single day you came in contact with a group of people or with a particular person. Now you don't have to, worry about the next day anymore. Now everything's going to start to feel better for you. Maybe the person made you so indecisive. Maybe it was hard for you to decide whether you should go or stay, or whether they should stay or go, something like that. Maybe it was just a lot of indecisiveness, because remember, this is someone who used satire, which tells me that they were afraid to show you they hate you to your face. So they did certain things to show you that. It's not like they just came straight out and showed you that. They showed you in a very under the table kind of way. It was phony. It was fake. It was vindictive. It was created by them every single day. They gave their energy into you, but they were very crafty with it, very they thought they were sharp, but really they were scared. They thought they were intelligent, but really they were dumb. They thought they were high value, but really they are poor in value. They thought they were a believer in God, but really they're already cast to hell. It's a situation just like this, where someone thinks they're all that, or they think that that you couldn't do anything to them. Well, you showed them, or you're about to show them. There's something like that going on. It's like you've showed this person, but I feel like you've already let this person out of your life, or you already left a job. Okay, you already got rid of somebody or a job. You're starting to know that healing is really found in the darkest places, whether it's on the outside or it's on the inside. But I think for you, it's on the inside. And I'm going to just be honest with you. Because, see, this is the thing. This person's darkness could have started to made you feel like that on the inside. But people don't know something about a fire sign, a Leo. Like you, Leo, let me tell you, you're a fire sign. Fire signs use darkness as fuel. So this is the thing, when people do things like that, and they want to play mind games, and they want to make you feel like, like you're stuck, or, whatever, you have that side to you as well. And that's what people don't know. You can get really grimy too, but you're not really grimy like another person would be. For you, you get grimy in a way where you show them that, listen, you keep doing this, I'm not even giving energy to this, but since you want it like this, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. So either you walked away from some group of people, or you got rid of some group of people, or some person, or whatever. So it's like you're just like, you know what, no. And it doesn't matter how much money you made with this business. It doesn't matter how much. It doesn't matter. Okay, so it's just some people you had to get away from. Okay, or some person you had to get away from. I'm telling you, this could really be somebody born in the fall. That's what I'm getting, is somebody born in the fall. I'm not getting any signs of another fire sign at all. I'm not getting any signs of even air signs. It's either an earth sign born in the fall, like a Virgo, or it's some other sign born in the fall. But yeah, I mean, maybe it's another Leo, I don't know, but it's just somebody that you feel you're going to start to feel so much better now, that you let that this is over with. You're going to feel so much better, is what I'm getting. Okay, because now you're realizing that when you work with people that are not negative like that, then it feels better all around, and then you can have a very productive day in your business or in your work environment. It's like, yeah, you can shake this off now. You can start to finally breathe, is what I'm getting. So now I feel like you're going to be able to celebrate. You're about to be able to celebrate in the month of November. You will have a celebration. You will have fun. You will have a sense of enjoyment. You will enjoy being at work now. You will enjoy being in the business now, like in a building where, wherever you are for business, you will enjoy it now. You will enjoy meetings, business meetings, or those phone calls, those, whatever it is that you have to do on a daily basis, whoever you connect with often, you're going to enjoy connecting more, like every day now. You're not going to have to worry about how you used to feel when you went to work, or how you used to feel when you stepped in the door of your own business, your own establishment. You're not going to have to worry about that anymore, because those people you had around you, or someone you had around you, was knocking off your stability really bad. Like, they made it very hard for you to grasp opportunities. They made it very hard for you to get anything, because see, this is someone who's so evil to the point where they worked through a lot of different networks of people to come against you, just because of this person. I'm gonna be honest with you, this person can be a part of they can be a part of something very wicked, like a cult. I'm just being honest. This person may be a part of a cult. And I'm just being real with you, because that's not far-fetched right now. See, right now in these days, let me tell you something. See, these days right here, the devil is obvious. In the past, the devil was kind of hidden a little bit, because a lot of people did not show their dark side. A lot of people show their good side. And then we also had a lot of good people here a long time ago. But see, now, since the devil has like precedence in the world, he's very a lot of people allow him to take over their soul. And this is also the last days. Things are getting more evil and evil and evil and evil and evil from here. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. The world is not actually going to ascend the way that they're supposed to. It's actually going to get worse. So here's the thing. There's more people on his side. So a lot of people you work with, you have to be careful. A lot of people you have around you, you have to be careful, because a lot of people have satanic energy and they don't even realize that they do have it, but they have it. And the thing is, cults and these groups of people, these organized groups of cult, evil, money hungry, greedy, wicked, fake Catholics and fake, listen, the list is, I could go on and on and on to talk about these people, because I hate them. I absolutely hate them. But there's going to be people that are a part of something that you may not be aware of. You may think you're just interacting with normal people, but no, you're not. I have been around these wicked people who hide behind titles like doctor, who hide behind titles like nurse, who hide behind titles like director, who hide behind that, but really are doing things for some. They have a very wicked plan, which is connected to certain people who are very evil as well. See, all of these evil cult groups, all of this stuff is on the surface now. So many people are talking about this now, because Satan is more obvious. He's more obvious now. And a lot of people who have been worshiping him for years are out now. They're roaming. They have the spirit of the devil and they're roaming. They're in almost every arena and they're all evil. So here's the thing. This person may be a part of something, Leo, that you may not like, you may not agree with, and I'm telling you, that could be part of the reason why this person was acting the way that they were acting towards you, especially an old manager or an old boss or something like that. But this is recent, not like years and years and years ago. This is recent. This could have been last month. This could have been the month before last, but this is very, very recent. So, it's not going to be anything way in the past. It's something very recent. But either way, I see you, just being happier now, now that you don't have to worry about this person anymore. All right. Thank you and God bless.